Some parts of the country are getting rain, but we are not totally out of the grip of the El Nino weather pattern. To get an insight to the current situation and what we need to do as individuals, as communities, and as country, I talked to Sam Maiya, the Director of the National Weather Service. Sam Maiya, thank you very much for talking to us. You're from the National Weather Office's Director. Tell us about the El Nino weather phenomena Papua New Guinea is going through today.
Yeah, Papua New Guinea is at the moment going through an El Nino, but it's a global phenomenon. Just that in Papua New Guinea it tends to be associated with droughts. In some other parts of the world, it's associated with floods.
So extreme dry and extreme wet.
That's right.
Okay. El Nino, we say it, we don't know what it means. Can you tell us what it means, El Nino? What does it mean?
Yeah, I think El Nino is Spanish for Christ child. During the time around about Christmas, the Spanish fishermen would encounter dead fish, and that was associated with the warm sea surface along the South American coast.
Okay. So, Papua New Guinea, now we're going through the dry spell now. Tell us, are we beginning? Are we in the middle of it? Are we at the end?
I think as far as the current El Nino impacts are concerned, we've gone past the worst. The frost, definitely we won't have any more frosts.
Okay. So good news for Kandip and Tambul and all that stuff.
That's right.
Okay.
In terms of the rainfall, of course, El Nino is a scientific phenomenon, the definition to do with the ocean. But we have the monsoon season settling in. So I think in terms of the rainfall, the worst has been passed throughout most parts of the country. We are having rainfalls mostly in the highlands and Momase, but it hasn't reached down to the south coast and Milne Bay.
So the worst is yet to come to the southern part of the country?
No. Even what I mean is increasingly over the next couple of weeks, we should also have the south coast raining as well.
Okay. And Port Moresby, when do we expect the rain?
Port Moresby, we can say we have gone past the average expected date. That's December 5th, last Saturday.
Okay.
And so we are now going to expect rain in the worst case, December 25th in 1997. But anything earlier than that would be okay for Port Moresby. But I think over the next week, we should have some rainfall.
Okay. Good news for PNG Power and Edirano and all that.
It's not so much good news.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the rain that we expect is not to the tune that we would expect over a normal monsoon season.
So our problem is not over.
Our problems are not over.
Wow. Okay. El Nino comes with it, of course, dry, extreme wet. It also has a bearing on not just the everyday life, but on a country, on its economy. Tell us about that. Our economy threatened?
Our economy is definitely threatened. In fact, I think part of the reason why we are in a kind of a recession is because of Octeri. Octeri used to be our main revenue earner.
Right.
And now that it's not operating due to the low levels of water in the Fly River, you can imagine the impact in terms of the money, the revenue that the government's supposed to get, which is not coming.
And we have a lot of extractable resources that require water across the country, basically. Are they right now? What situation are we in now? What can we look forward to?
During El Nino, it's not just the negatives. There are also some positives as well. For instance, during the dry, some months back, I was up in the highlands. The group in, I think, Koroba village. The Koroba Junction. Junction of Southern Highlands and Western Highlands.
Okay.
They took advantage of the dry to construct a road, for instance.
Oh, that's right, part of that highway.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yes. So it's not all about negatives. There are also some positives that we can, if we include El Nino in our planning, we can take advantage of El Nino as well.
So say if we knew that there was El Nino and there's going to be a dry spell, we should be planning to construct roads, do things that don't require the rain, if you will.
That is right. And so in this climate sensitive century, you may say, I think planners need to incorporate climate in terms of El Nino South Oscillation, the rainy, extreme rain and extreme dry. If we can be able to incorporate this into our planning, I think
can I tell you this? Can the weather office give that kind of planning to planners in government to say, hey, we're going through a dry period here for however many months, construct your roads there. Can you be able to say things like that?
Yes, I think we are beginning to develop that linkage. Under a WMO, that's World Meteorological Organization program called Global Framework for Climate Services. PNG has been selected as one of the focus countries to trial this thing about incorporating climate variability with the planning, incorporating into the budget, that kind of thing. Over the next week or so, we'll have an interview with the BBC with the Department of National Planning and ask on how we can become a best practice as a focus country for other countries to see as a
will be used as an example,
as
if
an
you will,
example,
to other countries, and hopefully that example we use to benefit ourselves first.
That's right.
Okay, we're running out of time. Sam Maiya, Director of the National Weather Office in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
And Sam Maiya, the Director of the National Weather Service. This is PNG Tonight. After the break, the Second Chance program at the Bomana Jail.